Hello students. In the last class we discussed how to find the electric potential at any axial point and at any equatorial point. Now we are going to see how to find the electric potential at any general point due to an electric dipole. Consider an electric dipole AB. The center of the dipole is O, so this distance is marked as L, and distance from the center towards B is also marked as L. Now a charge negative Q is placed at the point A and positive Q is placed at a point B. Imagine any point P. This point P is not on the axial line, not on the equatorial line. It is anywhere. That is why we called general point. From the center O towards the point P, the distance is R. From A towards P, the distance is R1, and from B towards P, the distance is R2. Now, first we find the potential at P due to positive Q. Potential at P due to positive Q. That is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by this distance, that means distance BP, which is R2. So Q by R2. Now we will find potential at the point P due to minus Q. 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 minus Q divided by the distance AP. That distance is R1. Now how will we find the total potential? We got two potentials. So how will we find the total potential? We can simply add both. So I am writing V is Vp plus Q plus Vp minus Q. So 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. Q is also common, so I take Q also outside. The remaining thing is 1 by R2 minus 1 by R1. So V is equal to here you can take the LCM. So you will get R1 minus R2 by R1 R2. Now we will take a small approximation to come to the answer. In the figure you can see this dipole. The dipole length is L plus L 2L. So if the dipole is very small and the point P is very large, we will take some approximation. If the dipole is very small, that means L is very much smaller than the distance towards the point P. That means L is very smaller than R. Then what will happen? We will consider a few approximations here. If R is very much greater than L, then R1 minus R2 can be written as 2a cos theta, and R1 R2 can be written as R square. It is just an approximation. We use the vector considerations, the algebra, mathematical algebra, and we are getting this, so we don't have to study how to get this, just by heart these two equations. If R is greater than L, R1 minus R2 is equal to 2a cos theta, and R1 R2 is equal to R square. So I substitute that here. I will get Q by 4 pi epsilon 0 2a cos theta by R1 R2. We already studied Q into 2a is equal to P, dipole moment. So the equation will be V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 P cos theta by R square, because I already told R1 into R2 can be written as R square. So I am rubbing this R1 and R2 and I write R square there. So here P cos theta by R square, this is our equation. This equation can be written in the vector form as V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 P vector P dot R cap divided by R square. This is a vector representation. So I just put R cap, which is the unit vector. So P dot R cap is P cos theta. Now from this derivation we can find the electric potential as at the axial point and electric potential at the equatorial point. If I consider the axial point, then you can take theta as 0 degree. Therefore V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0. V is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 P by R square, because cos 0 is 1. Now for equatorial point, theta is taken as 90 degree. So cos 90 is 0. Put it in the above equation, you will get V is equal to 0. So in this manner also we will get electric potential at the axial point and equatorial point. Now if we compare electric potential of a dipole and electric potential of a single charge, we have certain difference. Electric potential of a dipole and electric potential of a single charge, we have to consider two difference. So I'll just make two columns and draw. Potential of a dipole and potential of a single charge. Potential of a dipole equation is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 P cos theta by r square, and potential due to a single charge is 1 by 4 pi epsilon 0 Q by r. So comparing these two equations, we get to know two things. The first point is electric potential due to a dipole depends not only on the charge. This P is actually Q into 2L. So charge is included in P. So potential depends on charge as well as the angle. That means the angle between vector R and vector P, where P is the dipole moment. Whereas electric potential due to a single charge depends only on R. So here we can say V depends on R and theta. Here V depends only on R. Theta is not there. Then second point, V proportional to 1 by R square here. But here V proportional to 1 by R. And this one, it has cylindrical symmetry. And this has spherical symmetry. This has spherical symmetry. Yesterday we studied what is spherical symmetry. If I take a point charge and imagine a sphere, everywhere on that sphere potential will be having same value and electric field is also having same value. That is called spherical symmetry. And what is meant by cylindrical symmetry? I take a dipole. Dipole will be like this, one negative charge here, one positive charge here. So assume a cylinder which surrounds the dipole. Everywhere on that cylinder potential is having same value. That is why it is called cylindrical symmetry. So just go through this. This is the consideration. Thank you.